me again, Joey, Bisaya reader. Welcome back to another video, and for today, we're going to do some book haul. So for the past couple of months, we are on lockdown. Personally, my wallet is really happy. We're talking about lockdown. That is a big opportunity for me to stop myself from buying books, can't visit bookstores, and of course, if I can't visit bookstores, I can definitely not spend money and buy books. And also, aside from my wallet who's being happy, the books that are on my shelves, which I still haven't read, are also going to be happy because they finally have the opportunity that I can get to grab them and read them, because there will be no new books for the next couple of weeks or couple of months. So even though it's quarantine, I was still able to manage to buy books thanks to online bookstores. I went back to the office. Our office is just right across the Fully Book Cebu bookstore, and it was my birthday month. And as a member of the Fully Book, as a Fully Book membership card holder, I have this opportunity to have discounts on my birthday month. My undisciplined self wasn't able to stop from buying new books, because I always validate it and support that, oh, I need to buy books because it's my birthday. I need to, you know, treat myself because I think I deserve it. So the first part of this book haul, I'm just going to present to you first the books that I got recently, and these are the books that I bought from Fully Book. To be specific, the branch was on Fully Book Ayala, Cebu, and I got this for a discounted price because it was my birthday month. Even though I bought this at first week of June and my birthday month was May, and then I just talked to the manager and told her, Ate, I kind of miss my opportunity to buy books during my birthday month because of the COVID, because of quarantine, and I think it's kind of unfair. And I've been a very loyal customer to the store for years now, and I think if it's possible for you to give me an opportunity to buy books even though it's June already. And yeah, after smiling several seconds, she said yes. Joke. Yeah, they were good. Their staff were great as always. Very commendable customer service for the Fully Book Ayala Cebu branch. Kudos to you, Ates and Kuyas, and thank you so much for giving me discounts on my birthday month. So enough talk. These are the books. I'm pretty excited to share these books to you. The first one I have here is I've been wanting to have a copy of this book for years now. I've heard a lot of good stuff about this, and this is The Shadow of What Was Lost. They said that this book is like X-Men met medieval times. It's like X-Men met Dora and the Explorer, I think. I don't know. We have this set of characters who do have a lot of magical ability, and they set to embark in this journey to look for a specific person, a specific mission, or to a specific place. I actually don't have any idea, and I am trying to stay that way to have at least less expectations and less idea of what the story is all about. I'm just going to grab this based on the reviews and the hype that I've heard from the people on social media. So yep, this is an adult high fantasy, and I can't wait to read it. The Great Believers by Rebecca Mackay. I've almost bought this before quarantine, before lockdown, because I've heard a lot of good stuff about this. And this one is a finalist of the Pulitzer Prize. I was rooting for this to win the Pulitzer Prize for 2020, and apparently it was The Nickel Boys by Colson Whitehead who won. And kudos to him, he just won his second Pulitzer Prize for literature. And this one, I was really expecting this one to win. The Great Believers by Rebecca Mackay is a standalone contemporary fiction, and we're following our two main characters. This is actually this one has an LGBTQ themed story. There's two timeline here. The one in 1985 where AIDS cases are starting to grow, and the 2015, which is the current timeline. And then still, AIDS is still a very relevant topic in the society. So we are following our two main characters as they try to. I actually don't know what's going to happen and what the story is all about. The main reason I picked this one up is because, again, of the reviews, and also of the relevant issues, which is the HIV and AIDS topic. And also today is Pride month of June, and this is an LGBTQ themed Pulitzer Prize finalist, so I can't wait to read this. The next book I have here is probably the one that I'm really most excited to read. One of the books that I'm really excited to read. And this is going to be second book of the Band series by Nicholas Ames, and this is Bloody Rose. I really love Kings of the Wild. I read Kings of the Wild earlier this year, and it's already an all-time favorite of mine. Spoiler. Um, I did really love Kings of the Wild. I think that it is a fantasy version of Ready Player One, but the category is just adult. The humor, the characters, the world building, the world itself, the magic system, and the story. Overall, the Kings of the Wild was such a joy for me to read, and the main reason I bought this is because, again, book one was phenomenal for me. Bloody Rose, I believe this is Rose, the daughter of one of the main characters from Kings of the Wild, and she played actually a great role. Or she played a lot of she influenced greatly the story in book one, and I can't really wait what will happen in this book. I believe we are going to follow another set of characters, different set of characters, new people, new powers, new adventures, and I'm only familiar with Rose. So again, I can't wait to go back and read or experience again Nicholas Ames' writing style. So, and the last book I got for my birthday month from Fully Book Ayala Cebu is going to be my most anticipated read this year. This is Rage of Dragons by Evan Winter. And after filming this and after posting this video, I'm going to start reading Rage of Dragons by Evan Winter. I've been wanting to read this. This is an adult high fantasy, and everyone is hyping this on social media, on BookTube and Instagram. And I know some of the people I really love and some of the people I really follow on BookTube really did enjoy reading this, and I can't wait because I do trust their recommendations. I do feel that we do have the same taste when it comes to books. So if they did enjoy reading this, I can see myself enjoying reading this also. So we are following our main character, which is a champion of this so-called queen. He is a character who does not possess like a lot of powers. He's just very relatable, very normal, and he is one of the key to save his people. And they're a virtual extinction because there's a lot of dragons. They're in a war, and I actually don't really have any idea what else the story is. All I know is it is epic. There's war. There's a great set of characters, and there will be dragons and dragons, dragons and more dragons. It's not just a story where they use dragons as a bait to, lure people to read a book. But this one, it's actually a story that revolves around dragons, where dragons greatly influence the decision of the characters and the story itself. So this is a legit fantasy book with dragons. The next book I got are the books that I bought from an online store, which is Paging All Bookworms. I saw or discovered the online bookstore from Facebook, and I accidentally discovered it. I did not have any plans to buy books at that time, but I can't really stop myself when I saw how cheap these books are, and I've been wanting to purchase these books. So I bought some books from the Paging All bookstores on the Facebook twice. There's two batches, and the first batch I bought composed of 3 books, and all are on hardcovers. The first one is Before We Were Yours. I purchased this because I need some book to read under historical fiction, adult historical fiction, because I joined the Visayas Book Club Historical Fiction Readathon. This is the Visayas Book Club reading activity for the second quarter of 2020, and this one won the best historical fiction book in Goodreads last year. It does have a very high average rating on Goodreads, and a lot of people really love this. And when I read the premise, it was really interesting. It seems to be very tragic, which is pretty normal when it comes to historical fiction genres. So yeah, I am going to read this month because June will be the last month for us to read the books on our list for the readathon. So I can't wait. So Before We Were Yours by Lisa Woodgate. And it's in the perfect condition, even though there's a stamp here for a remainder marks for a Salem Public Library. But I'm not complaining, it's really cheap for a hardcover and a very great condition. And also kudos to the Paging All Bookworms for great customer service. Next is, I got also, finally after almost 3 years I think of wanting to purchase this book, but I just can't because it's really expensive. Imagine the paperback cover of this book cost around 900 pesos, 800 pesos, almost 800 pesos, brand new paperback copies. But this one, hardcover, good as new, perfect condition, little fires everywhere by Celeste Nang. I got this for only 500 pesos, I think. Yeah, 500 pesos. And it's even cheaper than the paperback copy. Even though it's new, it's not new, but it looks like new, it smells like new, it does not have any damages, it's in a perfect condition. And thank you so much, Paging Old Bookworms. Paging Old Bookworms. I got this because this is really hype on BookTube and also on social media. There's a TV series for this produced by Reese Witherspoon, where I do trust Reese Witherspoon's taste when it comes to contemporary fiction. This is an adult contemporary fiction, by the way. Reese Witherspoon produced Big Little Lies, which I really loved. So if she did produce Little Fires Everywhere TV series, then probably I will also love this. This also tackles a lot of really relevant topics on the society nowadays, like racism and relationship of an adopted child, and also how a family being bullied in a community stands for themselves and fight for their right. And it's also pretty scandalous, so kind of excited for uh, kind of excited to read this. The next book I got from Paging Old Bookworms on my first batch of order. I already read this as I read this last month. Also, one of the books I read for the historical fiction readathon by the Visayas Book Club, and this is Colson Whitehead, The Underground Railroad, and this is the book that I'm talking about. This is the same author who won the Pulitzer Prize for fiction in 2020, who defeated The Great Believers by Rebecca Mackay. Also Whitehead, the author of Dickle Boys, who won, the book who defeated this one. Let me just double check. I think if it was published in 2016, it will win. It should have won in 2017. So it was published in 2016. So Pulitzer Prize are probably the winners of Pulitzer Prize are the books published a year before. So if this was published in 2016, I'm pretty sure this book won Pulitzer Prize for fiction on 2017. And this is pretty relevant when I read this because of the Justice for George, Black Lives Matter. This one is an adult historical fiction where the center of the story is about racism and how our black people or people with color are being treated by white people in America. And it tackles a lot of socially relevant topics, which are racism, religion, and how religion affects everyone's mind, and how religion affects people and how they treat people with color. It's kind of sad, even though this is fiction, but if we're going to connect the dots and how the author came up with the idea, the story, and how it was inspired by the real things that are happening, you will feel sorry for people with color, and you will be able to help yourself empathize and really appreciate the Black Lives Matter movement, which is pretty much, I'm pretty sure you've heard from the news right now. I actually gave this only 4 out of 5 stars because I do have some issues with this one. It was not the perfect book for me, but with the story and the lessons and the message that the author wants to deliver to the readers, kudos to him. But when it comes to enjoyment and things that I'm looking for the book I'm reading, I'm pretty sure that this did not hit the mark. So it's basically not for me, but I can still really recommend you guys reading this book. If you're looking for a character-driven, socially relevant read, I highly suggest you need to check this one out. If you're really looking for a book which is plot-driven and fast-paced, this book is not really for you because this is really dragging and very character-driven. So, and the last book I have here and for today's video is going to be the second batch I ordered from Paging Old Bookworms, and this is going to be another book that I am really happy I finally have a physical copy on my shelf, and this is going to be Brandon Sanderson's UK copy for Atlantis. This is the Brandon Sanderson's debut novel as standalone adult fantasy. I don't know if there will be a sequel for this, but as of this moment, this is a standalone. I'm pretty excited to read this. I've heard a lot of good things about this one, also a lot of negative stuff, but I do understand since this is his debut novel, so there's still a lot of rooms for the author to improve when it comes to writing style, when it comes to the plot, how he built the world, how he built the characters. So, still a great respect for him, and I can't wait to read it. I don't know much about the story or about the book. I just bought this because I am a fan of Sanderson and collecting his books. And I think I need to start reading this since this is his debut novel. This is not in a perfect condition. I bought this around like, oh, free bookmark. Almost 500 pesos, I think. So yeah, pretty excited to read this one. So yeah, that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you did enjoy the video. If you did enjoy the video, please um, hit the subscribe button, leave some comments down below, and leave a thumbs up. Thank you so much. Keep safe, and have a blessed day. Bye.